What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to Dish Upon a Bar. I'm Scott.
I'm Caitlin.
Spring might have just sprung, but that does not mean it's too early to talk about Horror Nights. Horror Night Nightmares over on Twitter just put out another spec map. We're going to walk around to each location, talk about each symbol. We also have heard a little rumors through the grapevine of our own. So if we know a little thing or two, we know somebody who knows somebody, we're going to let you guys know what we know. And we're going to go in and talk some Horror Nights. So come along with us. It's never too early to be spooky. All right, our first stop, Soundstage 23A. This is where Monstrose was last year. This is that sale. We've had a couple of these videos out, and this sale has been pretty prevalent in it. And in my mind, I was always saying, this has got to be Vikings, right?
Which is now the big rumor from the scare zone.
Yes, because they always like to do scare zones as houses, but they've also started doing defunct rides as houses.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, they did Dueling Dragons as a house. Why not Poseidon's Fury?
Yeah, it's campy. It was a fan fave.
Also, they have a...
That would be fun. And wait, what was it, last year's summer store?
Yes, I'll put in a clip. I made a TikTok about it. Last year's summer store, if you looked in the window, the letters in this pamphlet, the circled letters spelled out Darkanon Lives. Darkanon was the main villain, the main antagonist of Poseidon's Fury. Also, they just put up a Poseidon's Fury, stand in the front of Islands of Adventure.
They did. And it has an octopus, and it has all the old stuff that was about Poseidon's Fury and stuff that was sent to, was it Jamie?
Yes.
To Jamie from the Explorer group that they were part of.
So, I mean, it could just be they're like, hey, we found a bunch of stuff, let's make a thing about it. Or they're hinting. We, in the Horror Nights community, like to hold on to any little thing as hope. But I would love a Poseidon's Fury house. I would also love a Vikings house. Look at me. All right, on to the next spot. Speaking of defunct attractions, Rip Ride Rocket is officially closing in September during Horror Nights, which is bold.
Yeah, R.I.P., R.I.P.
It's bold because this is a big people eater, but count your days. You're going to be replaced. Most likely with Fast and Furious, but I would love it for it to be a Ghostbusters roller coaster. Call it the roller coaster. Universal, call me. I'm here for ideas. Next up, Soundstage 22, where you see green grass behind us, will be piled with stanchions sooner than we think.
Can't wait.
But this next one is weird placement because on the map, it is a coffin and a wrestling ring, and this is where the giant IP goes every year. This is where Quiet Place was last year.
Well, this is, if it's correct, this is an IP.
Yeah, but it's the horrors of WWE.
Which that's actually really cool.
There was rumors that it was just going to be the Wyatt Six. Now it's going to be the horrors of WWE. All of the wrestlers live in Orlando, so if you know somebody that knows somebody, they know a wrestler, and it's been all but confirmed for a while. It fell off the map. It came back. I'm actually actively growing my hair out because
Just in case.
Because if this is an actual house, we are going as Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss. I'm going as Muscle Man Bray Wyatt.
Now wiggle your behind. Erase your mind.
And then she will go as Alexa Bliss. We did this for a SmackDown over the summer. So we're just do it again.
Yeah.
I want a little cosplay. I love Bray Wyatt. I miss him every day. But if we get a nice little nod to him in this house, it will be my favorite house of all time.
All time.
Of all time.
Wow.
I'm a big wrestling
Bold
nerd.
statement.
Big wrestling nerd. I don't care. I will, even if it's bad, I'm just going to say it's good.
Just to support it.
I will be its one fan.
This is the big sound
It's the big sound stage. You need big sound stage for larger than life personalities. The Undertaker, Kane, the Boogeyman, Papa Shango, Bray Wyatt, Uncle Howdy.
This is gonna be long, guys. Hold on.
Sorry.
We're just gonna put a scroll list of
All right,
wrestlers.
before I ramble too much about wrestling, on to the next spot. Next up, Soundstage 23B, only slightly scarier than Jimmy Fallon, is probably the worst kept secret. One of two worst kept secrets for this year's Horror Nights. And we have Five Nights at Freddy's. We have the surveillance camera. It's been on these maps forever.
Yeah.
But we've had Five Nights at Freddy's on maps before, and we've lost them because the guy who owns it is very difficult to work with. So
I don't know
I
that.
will believe it when it's announced, but it's been here the longest it has been.
Okay.
So let's take that.
Most likely.
Most likely. But I think there's one that will not happen, that everybody thinks will happen, it would be this one.
Okay.
Because it's the most volatile.
Because it's fallen through those other years.
Yes, but also very cool idea. I would like to see the big Fazbear puppets from the pizza place. I don't know much about it. I saw the movie. I've never played the games.
I was not a big fan of the movie. No offense, it just
But I think
wasn't
it
part
would
of the fan base. But I think it would be a good house.
I think it would make a better
Yeah.
house.
I think it was meant to be a house.
Yes.
Maybe not a movie.
So possibly Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't think it would be. If it did change, it wouldn't be anything to do with security camera. 'Cause if you play the game, you're like a security guard and you have to look at the cameras. I don't know how it works.
At like a Chuck E. Cheese
Yeah,
type
but-
place.
yeah. You just have to look. So it's very security camera focused. So it's got to be, right?
Probably.
It's got to be.
Or they're getting bold
Smash
with video
cut.
games. I was gonna say it was Outlast.
Smash cut to like tomorrow they announce the big IP and it's not Five
Yeah.
Nights at Freddy's, but that would be our luck. Okay, jaunting on over to the next spot. Next up, underneath Rip Ride Rocket is Soundstage 24B. This is where Insidious was last year. Yes, Insidious.
I was like, Insidious.
Insidious. I don't know. I just felt like saying it that way. This one is this weird circle with a city in it and some sights and some angel wings. Now, word on the street that this is another Scare Zone turn house, which is Graveyard Deadly Unrest from a few years ago, which also has a Graveyard Games vibe to it. It's very like ethereal kind of ghosts.
Paranormal.
And paranormal and all that is. But like, so there's also some rumors around that it might be Dollhouse of the Damned as well.
Okay.
So there is on the map, it doesn't lead to Dollhouse of the Damned, obviously, but I've heard from other people that it might be Dollhouse of the Damned too. So who knows, it could be one of those toss-up ones, because either one of those could be smoke screens, because Horror Nights Creative likes to throw us off, so not everything is spoiled. But look at us, we're trying to spoil. We're part of the problem. That's what Taylor Swift said, right? Okay. So out of the two, which one would you prefer? Dollhouse of the Damned 2 or Graveyard Deadly Unrest?
I was a big fan of Graveyard Games, and I never did the Dollhouse
Yeah.
house, or we never did it. So I don't know enough about the Dollhouse one, so I'd be for the Graveyard Game one.
I said we got a Scare Zone and a house based on it, and since I've never done Dollhouse of the Damned, I'd want to try the new one.
Ah, so you want a new adventure.
Yeah, either way, I'll be happy about it. On to the next one. We're at the next one. This
There's
is
a little bit of sun in her.
this is where Triplets of Terror was.
Yeah.
This is that. I'm gonna turn around.
Yeah, a little bright over here, sorry.
That's better. This is where Triplets of Terror was last year. Now this is a new icon on this map.
Yeah.
Is this light bulb with a little ghosty guy in it?
I have some theories, but I feel like they're wrong.
Listen, okay, so it's on both maps for both coasts. Shush. For Hollywood, people have taken the tram tour and saw the lot that this is being built on, and the facade looks a lot like the Poltergeist facade.
Here's the thing. I've heard that too. I love the Poltergeist house, and if it came back, I'd be all about it. Now, my only thing is, I think it's too recent. I think that the Poltergeist house, it was what, 2018?
Yeah, but they did Texas Chainsaw in 2016 and
But there's different versions. And Poltergeist,
Poltergeist was my favorite house of all
no,
time.
it was great. I would love for it to come back. I think it's just too close together. That's just my feeling on it. I would be happy
I'd
to have it
be
back.
jumping for joy, giggling, kicking my feet if it's Poltergeist. I would be so excited. Another.
But there's also a speculation of what it could be because of the name of the company, the glass.
no. I think Scream is done.
Oh, okay, never mind.
There's rumors that it could be Conjuring. Also, there's rumors flying around that there is a Friday the 13th house this year. I don't know if the
I didn't
icon
hear that one.
the icon doesn't need it, but if you're going to do another big movie IP, this could be where Friday the 13th is, and again those smoke screens. But
That's true. They purposely try to throw us off.
given any of those,
It's going to be so obvious
I
once we know it.
I don't care either one. Any of them, I'll be happy.
Yeah, they all sound like good ones. And watch for a wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Yeah.
It's just some random original.
It's Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
I would love that house.
All right, next up. Now, Eagle Eye viewers will realize, they say, hey, Scott, there's no Horror Nights house in Mel's. And I say, yeah, you're right. But that doesn't stop it from being Horror Nights related. There was casting calls for scare actors who are good on four-wheeled roller skates. So that leads us to believe that Mel's Dyin' will be featured maybe in a little show, like the Meganhorn. Some undead diner waitresses come skate around, do a little ditty. You know what I mean? Or they can do a full Mel's Die-In Scare Zone. They tested out a lot of merch last year, and you could not sneeze without hitting somebody in a Mel's Die-In shirt, hat, apron.
We have it. We
Earrings.
have the hat. We have a hat. We
And
have
the
a shirt,
sign.
and we have a sign in our living room.
So I think they saw the success that the merch had, and they were like, all right, let's move it on up
Yeah.
to a Scare Zone. And it would fit perfectly in Hollywood because they already did Vamp 55. They do the 50 Scare Zones, did Gangbusters. They said that in the 50s, right? Gangbusters?
Sure.
So why not? Why not do some 50s diner? You get some greasers, you get some diner waitresses serving out ham. I think they would. You think they would do undead? Probably not vampires. They already did a vampire.
They can still do like
Like
zombies.
Yeah, they
they
like
can
zombie.
do like an undead
Yeah.
or a killer.
Yeah,
Something in the realm of something spooky.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would
yeah.
be
There's
all
definitely
about
going
it.
to be like one of those mannequins, like over some kind of like booth with like onion rings down their throat,
And there's
like
definitely
choking on them.
There's definitely going to be like a big bloody chef out here somewhere,
Yeah.
like just like having like a booth
Oh,
of
like
him
a
like
line
cooking.
cook? Yeah.
Yeah, like cook like when they have the one where they have like, the food being all prepped in
Oh,
there.
the Eddie Scare Zone.
Yes, they had like a whole thing,
Yeah.
and it was like a food truck,
Yeah,
and it was so something like that.
Yeah.
But it's going to be like a line cook or the chef.
yeah.
Yeah, that
I'll
would
do
be
it.
a lot of
Now
fun.
we're getting ourselves hyped up, but if it's not that, I'm gonna be saying it.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully it's good because Scare Zone last year wasn't that great.
It won Scare
Hot
Zone.
take.
It won the Scare Zone of the year, which I disagree with.
Yeah, it should have been Torture Fair.
It should have been torture. Fair.
Anyway, let's not harp on the past. It's all about the future here. On to the next one. We just got stopped by a lovely gentleman who said he was a fan of our channel. He said we inspired him to create his own YouTube channel about accessibility in the parks, which is, I mean, that's wild that, you know, this tiny little channel inspires anybody, but that's amazing. And he's also trying to be an actor. So if you go to the Autism Theater Project, and if you can, anything will help if you make a donation in his name. It'd be Michael Lincoln McCrate. It goes to funding his project, and he can help him live his dream of becoming an actor. So that's really cool, right?
Very cool. And he was super, super sweet.
Shout out Michael. Thank you for watching the channel. We love you and we appreciate you. Our next stop is at hopefully another soon-to-be defunct attraction, Fast and Furious. I don't know if you guys heard, there's rumors of a Back to the Future ride replacing that.
It's a not super strong rumor, but I would.
It's
love
there.
That.
That door was loud, excuse me. But Fast and Furious tents, as you could see right here, are already up. And they're home, I think, a lot of these spots are subject to change, but the contents are less so. This is home to the next worst kept secret of this year's Horror
everyone
Nights.
knows what's coming.
This has been a rumor since November 4th, 2024,
Yeah.
the day after Horror Nights ended. Terrifier, Art the Clown himself is coming, and this is a bucket list Horror Nights house for me. Also, we'll throw in the little rumors we've heard that are not map related. They had already filmed the Terrifier commercial. The first announcement is going to happen in May, before Epic opens, sometime before. Also, preview merch has been printed, shipped out, and they have it. So, like last year's John Cena merch, the Where Horror Lives,
Yeah.
orange,
Oh, I was like
that
John
kind
Cena.
of-
Yeah.
that kind
yeah.
of type
the
of merch.
2000s.
So I think that, and then the commercial, and then the first announcement should happen before Epic Universe launches May 22nd. Also, if you're interested in Epic Universe, make sure you click that like button. Make sure you click the subscribe button. We went already. The footage that we have from there, the audio is corrupted and unusable, but we are going back very soon. So we will have a vlog out. But we're not here for Epic. We're here for horror. Oh, there's horror in Epic too.
True.
Anyway, but Terrifier, we are so bright.
The sun is right behind you.
There we go. Sorry. But Terrifier is, like I said, bucket list. Art the Clown would be is a match made in heaven with Horror Nights. They're the Predator handshake meme of Horror Nights.
Yeah.
They're just meant to go together, and the merch is gonna go stupid.
Yeah, and Damien Leone had even said on Twitter a while back that it would be a dream of his to have Terrifier become a house here. So
Yeah.
he's wanted this. So I'm sure he's the one who probably reached out. Like, can we
Yeah.
do something?
I just need Art the Clown, like his Terrifier 2 poster, but over the arches.
Yes, and then we're probably going to get a clown cafe.
The Clown Cafe for food. They're gonna sell those.
Probably right out here.
They're gonna sell the sunglasses, the sunflower
yeah.
sunglasses, everything. I'm buying it all.
Yeah,
I guess
I
I
already
broke-
have the earrings. Of
Help
him.
me, I'm
So-
poor. On to the next one. Back here at tent 3 and 4, the longest walks you will ever have
Yeah,
at
they're
Horror
not
Nights.
too bad.
No, but they're not great.
It's just a stretch. So if it's been the end of the night and you've been standing in lines
Yeah.
all night, it's a hike.
And it will also give you PTSD about the great sewage incident of September 2024 back there.
That was something.
I think it was. Anyway,
That was
tent
something.
3, I believe, is another one of the worst kept secrets, being Fallout.
Yeah, that has been
That's been
so
a,
obvious.
Yes, that's been a rumor for the longest time. I would love it. Another merch, just a printing press for money.
His office is not going to have enough wall
I
space.
will not have enough physical carrying power to lift all of the merch out of it, back out of this park, back into my car. I will. There's going to be a Pip Boy. Make a drink sleeve for your drinks, but in the Pip, like a Pip Boy
I
version
would
of it
love
that you wear on your
that.
wrist.
Well, not even that, but just to have the design of it.
I need a
just to-
Rad Roach dog. I would be
I'll
on the,
take one of
maybe it'll
those.
be on the bridge. Maybe
Oh yeah, they do the food over there.
I just give it to me. Give it to me. I need it. But people are like, Fallout's not scary. It's like you're not playing Fallout right. Fallout's scary.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's the apocalypse.
Yeah. You see a
Post-apocalypse.
crab up to your kneecap coming at you, and tell me you're not scared. You're lying. The next house, what I thought in my last video I predicted as The Thing, because it's a novel that happens in the snow. Probably not. I know it was a reach, but whatever. This is probably going to be Scary Tales, winter-based Scary
Okay.
Tales. If you came in 2018,
Ooh.
oh they did Poltergeist and Scary Tales in the same year.
That's why I don't.
They're doing
know.
if they're doing Scary Tales. Anyway, Scary Tales
Wait.
was amazing.
I really love that, and that had the big facade. Now this and the tent are limited on facade.
Yes, but the facade from the other one knocked my dang socks off.
Yeah, that was really.
But
cool.
I love they're like Brothers Grimm type stories,
Yeah,
but like fairy tale twists.
maybe
What-
their version of like a Krampus.
Yeah,
And I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of what else is in the snow that's scary.
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of what they were called. They call it like because they have like subtitles for these, so it'd be like Scary Tales, like
They could bring back kind of like the Yeti
Yeah.
too. I'm trying to think of
but
something.
like what would you think a subtitle for would be like Scary Tales, Snowball Chance in Hell, or so you know what I mean, like something
This is what
snow
Scott was
related.
really born to do.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, Universal, I'm here for ideas. Just leave a comment down below. I will drop everything. Please. Please hire me. On to the next one. I don't mind us talking very close to our microphones. The Men in Black soundtrack is playing, so we don't want to get copywritten. This next one back here in Tent 2 is Radio Tower. There's another little new rumor. This could be WKNB, which is the Cary, Ohio news station that once played HR Blood and Guts.
I just heard about this 37 seconds ago when Scott told me because I had no idea what this was going to be.
Yeah, last time we saw HR Blood and Guts was in Horror Nights 31 in the Scary, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's going to be HR Blood and Guts related. It's going to be something adjacent to it, something that was shown on the TV station. But it's this, even the radio. It's like it's got to be. This has been circling around the rumor mill recently. But I think it's about time we get some Cary, Ohio representation back. We haven't had it since Horror Nights 31. It's about time it comes back. I want the original heart and soul of Horror Nights back.
Yeah, and I loved when they had the Scare Zone over in the Central Park area.
Yes.
That was amazing. The house was so much fun.
Yeah.
So I'd be down to do another Cary, Ohio themed house.
Yeah, give me uber nerdy Horror Nights content.
Yeah.
That the general public is like, why is Ohio scary? And then I say, have you ever been to Ohio? On to the next one. Come up on the last house already. This new house entrance from last year, where the Museum Museum Deadly Exhibits
Yeah.
was last year. I like the addition of this entrance. It kind of frees it up, but on the map, you see this wanted sign with this chain, and if you were here last year and you went to Slaughter Cinema, you know that equates to Hatchet and Chains, the Demon Bounty Hunters,
Supernatural.
Yes.
It's copyright safe, supernatural.
which would be very fun. I think anything out of that house would have made a good house. I mean, I would have preferred zombie strippers. Mummy strippers, zombie strippers, that's whatever.
Nefertiti.
Nefertiti. But yeah, I think this is going to be a great. I love there's a ground up original. And let it breathe. Hatchet and Chains was a room that had the most hat in it.
It was really fun. It had a lot of the pulley systems.
Yeah, I think it was the
going.
longest room too.
It felt
So
like
I feel
it.
like they had more in the tank. So I think
Oh,
that's
no,
why.
although another house that would have been fun, I was at Zyborgs.
Zyborgs would have been good.
That would have been really fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot. There's
Yeah.
a lot going on.
Yeah.
But this is definitely going to be fun. It's like Western?
Western.
Kind of like Western,
Yeah,
supernatural, basically.
Two bounty hunters. One of them is a demon.
He's like, oh, he's a demon. All right, I was going to
Yes.
say undead. He's a demon.
Yes, he's a demon. So
That's fun.
very fun. I love a good original. I'm an original boy. But the IPs this year.
Yeah. The IP seems strong this year.
Now come along with us. I have a couple of more rumors to talk about that are not map related. So
And not confirmed.
yes, we're gonna go find a nice quiet spot to discuss. And we found our nice quiet place too. Not a quiet place. That's not the rumor.
That's not going to
Actually, back where they used to sell the camp dog last year at Horror Nights. I'm having farting PTSD.
But it was
Oh,
good.
that thing hit my stomach so hard.
And
Anyway,
we bought it multiple times.
so we went over a couple of the non-map related rumors, like Dollhouse of the Damned, Friday the 13th, which I am still really hoping.
I would love that.
I also did what we said in the last one, but I did hear the Thing floating around, so you never know. Also, really hoping. I think that would just be too good to be true.
Yeah.
The big one is I heard The Last of Us 2 isn't quite dead yet. That might be rumbling underneath the snow. This rumor might be using the corpses of other cordyceps as warmth, and just when you think it's not happening, boom, rumor horde.
Maybe.
Last of Us 2. That just happened in this week's episode. So spoiler, if you haven't watched The Last of Us 2, I probably just overlaid a clip of it as well.
Yeah.
Sorry. My bad.
R.I.P.
What's your bucket list? Horror Nights. Not you and you. What is your bucket list? Horror Nights house. Let us know in the comments down below.
I'm getting mine this year.
Terrifier?
Terrifier. Yeah. I said it for years. I want Terrifier to be a house here. So
Yeah.
I'm so happy it's finally coming here.
Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yes, and Jason Takes Manhattan.
That's
It's-
mine. My specific-
It's the
it'll-
best, worst one.
It'll never be a specific house, but it may be in like a collection. If the Friday the 13th and they do like a collection,
Like
and
the
there's
one room.
there's a Jason Takes Manhattan room, Julius gets his head punched off, I will be able to lay me to rest. I'll be at peace. I can move on to the next plane peacefully if I get to see that. at Halloween Horror Nights.
Jason Takes Manhattan is Scott's comfort movie.
It's so good.
He just puts it on.
It's so good. He kills somebody in a. They take a crabbing boat anyway.
From Maine.
They're like, hey, this is our senior trip. Let's go on this industrial crabbing boat from. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a great movie. It doesn't have to make sense. But that was our trip out. Our very quick trip out to talk Horror Nights because it's never too early to talk spooky.
I mean, we're ready.
Yes, I have a shirt that says Halloween forever because in this household, in this heart, and in this mind, Halloween is forever. It never ends. And I hope it doesn't end for you guys. As long as you stick around with us, we'll always have Halloween content. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below. Ding the bell so you don't miss any more content, any more updates. We're going epic. We have more dumb little game content. Yeah, Cacao's in the woods back there.
Sorry,
He's just fighting for his life back there.
I know, but I'm getting stuff.
Anyway, thank you for joining us. Tell someone you love them because we love you, and there's nothing you could do about it. Bye.